My billionaire mentor told me 10 things when I was 20 years old that totally changed my life. And those 10 things that he told me, he said are secrets, but I'm going to reveal them to you today. And I used those secrets to make my first million about 4 times. And if you're wondering why I made my first million 4 times, it's because I didn't adhere to all the secrets at once. And I want to show you in this particular video so that you don't necessarily have to go the way I go by losing millions of naira. If you're just watching this video for the first time, or if you're just seeing my channel for the first time, my name is Akinlami. I'm a top CPA affiliate marketing expert, and I've made around $400,000 from CPA marketing with myself, my community, and my friends in sales. And I'm here to just tell you everything I know about CPA marketing in a simple, truthful, and straightforward manner. Now, there are 10 secrets you need if you really want to go from success, even if you're just starting from zero, or you already have a business you're running now. And I'm going to be sharing them right now. Now, the first secret I have here is that you become what you do listen to. It's very, very important that you pay attention to what you do. It's very important you pay attention to what comes into you. I'm talking about the things you watch, I'm talking about the people you associate with, and the kind of actions you take every single day. These are going to determine how far you're going to go in life. Secret number 2, if you can solve people's problems, you make a huge amount of money. Now, most businesses that you see out there are businesses that on a single daily basis, all they simply do is that they go out to look for problems to solve. Now, when they solve all these problems, they get money in return. The reason why somebody is not making money right now is because that particular person is not participating in economy. So if there is no way you're solving people's problems, there is no way people are going to see you as valuable enough to give you money. A typical example is your phone. The problem your phone solves is that it helps you communicate as fast as possible. It helps you do so many other things. Back then, when the phones just came out, they were just solely used for communication. So that is a major problem that it solves. So the companies that makes the phone makes a lot of money. How about the people who sell food on the roadside? They're solving a problem of hunger for those guys going on the roadside and need something to eat. They're helping people quench their hunger. So think about a problem you want to solve today and help a lot of people solve that particular problem, and you will notice that it is going to be very easy and very simple for you to make a huge amount of money. Secret number 3, your success usually depends on how fast you implement an idea that you have. Now, you see, whenever you have an idea, you always have this burning desire to carry out that idea. But I'm sure you agree with me that the moment you do not execute on that idea for, let's say, the first few days or the first few hours that idea comes to mind, when you allow procrastination to set in, you will notice that for a long time, you will never go back to that idea. So whenever you have an idea right now, probably maybe your idea is to learn a new skill, probably maybe you want to solve a problem that is resurfacing in where you're staying right now, execute on the idea as fast as possible. The worst that can happen is probably maybe you lose a little sum of money and you just probably waste some time. But think about if you execute that idea and it goes well, do you know how much you would have made? So many people have left money on the table just simply because they did not execute on an idea that came to their mind. Secret 4, you're always going to make mistakes, and don't let those mistakes weigh you down. I remember back then when I started business, I was always making mistakes, especially when I wanted to shoot advertising. Whenever I do my advertising or I try to run Facebook ads, I was always losing money. But trust me, I did not give up. There were a lot of people who started marketing as at the time when I started, but just a few of us are left. It's because the few of us that are left, we kept on taking our mistakes as lessons as opposed to as failure. So whenever you start something and you make mistake or it looks like you failed, you need to keep on grinding, and that's why it is business. Business, what you get in business is a potential opportunity to make potentially unlimited income. But if you are an employee, for instance, you have a fixed income, you have a cap. That's the reason why no matter what happens to the business, you are safe. But entrepreneurship, you get to make as much money as possible, but you have to pay the price in terms of mistakes, in terms of doing things wrong. But if you stay long enough, you're 100% going to make a lot of money for yourself. Secret 6, you need to keep on building your body, your mind, and your bank account. Now, so many people who make a lot of money do not have that chance to enjoy the money that they make or the wealth that they've made because they neglected their health. They neglected their body when they were making this money. In as much as you want to stay 12 hours, 16 hours, you want to work all day and all that, you need to think about your health as well, because you don't want to be driving a Lamborghini when you're 90, when you're 70, when you're 80. Now is the time you have to go out, enjoy yourself. You need to build your mind, get new experiences, travel. You need to build your bank account so that you can invest the money that you make in the future. That's exactly how to go with it. So you need to make sure that you build your body, you need to make sure that you build your mind, and you need to make sure that you're building your bank account as well simultaneously, especially if you are a very young person who is just in his early years of business and is really making a lot of bag. Secret 7, the kind of people you hang around with will heavily influence how far you're going to go in business. Now, one thing you have to understand is that in business, things change every single time. How Instagram was last 2 years is not how it is now. How business was done during COVID is not how business is done now. During COVID, people had to go through a lot of changes. People had to start working from home and all these kind of things. These are adaptations that not only you is going to experience. And whenever time that there is a sudden change in business atmosphere, you might not be aware. But if you have really influential people around you to give you this kind of advice, to let you know that, okay, these are the things that are going on right now, this is probably the reason why your business is not moving as smooth as it moves, you will understand that this is what is going to keep you afloat. And that's why you find it out that most of the time, whenever there is chaos, whenever there is trouble, whenever there is fighting, you never see the elites fight each other, because they know the importance of having a good network. They know the importance of having each other to rely on in order for all their businesses to grow. Some people are going to come out and say a business is saturated because many people are doing the business. No, that's not necessarily the point. If 3 of you are doing the same business, that's a way for all of you to work on 3 different things and come together in synergy and grow together. If you have bad friends around you, you're 100% not going to go far. So the kind of people you put around you will 100% influence your growth. If you have somebody who is always lazy, trust me, no matter how strong you think you are, you're always going to end up lazy as well. So think about the people around you. That's probably the reason why you're not where you're supposed to be today, or that's probably the reason why you've not made as much money as you should be making. Secret 8, learn to teach yourself anything. One of the biggest problems I see with youngins and people who are just trying to come on board to start making money online is that they tend to always look for somebody to teach them something. The world has gone past that. In fact, you can literally learn a full skill just using ChatGPT or just using YouTube or something like that. Don't have to always think that you need somebody to come and hold you by the hands to teach you anything. Go ahead and do the dirty work. Of course, if you have mentorship, it's going to reduce the time you spend learning one particular thing or the other, but you will never ever find your unique edge if you don't do the dirty work by yourself. And your uniqueness and authenticity is what is going to separate you from the market. So the reason why most people say something is saturated is because all of them are doing the same thing at the same time. But if you find a way to make yours unique, it's always going to mean that you're always going to stand out even in a market that looks saturated. And you can only stand out when you have done the dirty work more times than other people, in such a way that you found a unique angle that can make you look different from the market and from the competitors, and even from that mentor that you think you're going to learn from. So learn to do things by yourself. Learn to take responsibilities into your own hands if you want to really go far. Secret 9, always show gratitude for what you already have. I'm telling you, the problem with making money is that there is no finish line. At every point you get in life, you always need more money. Some time ago, I thought about it and I was like, there was a time where I spent less than $100 in a month for my upkeep. I didn't need anything fancy. I didn't need anything beautiful. I was living okay. I was not poor. I was not suffering. But now, $100 in a month can probably maybe not even get me my shirt or something like that. So if you think about it in a grand scheme of things, okay, at every level you go, you always want more. If you started from 0 and you're 100K, you have a goal of 200K. If you're at 400K, you have a goal of 500K. You keep on going that way and there is no finish line. And if you keep on thinking about things you have not achieved, you'll find out that business is going to become more like a tough task and it's going to be heavily daunting on you. So you need to think about all the good things that you've been able to achieve in the past. Think about how well your business have been. Think about the good times and appreciate yourself. Like, give yourself a pat on the back for doing such an amazing job. Because if you don't, you're always going to be negative about your business. So always show gratitude about all the things you have accomplished. In fact, go ahead and think about it and say, okay, what are the things I've done so far that I've done correctly? Give yourself kudos. Go out, buy yourself something nice and appreciate yourself. If not, you will never see any reason to keep on going far. Secret 10, do not be afraid of change. Do not be afraid of change. Change is something that is always going to be constant. There's always going to be a new policy. There's always going to be a new trend. There's always going to be a new business model. There's always going to be new technology. If you are afraid of change, you won't be able to adapt. And as human beings, the only way you can really grow is for you to adapt. They're just like a plant that once the plant's been planted, you need to go towards the direction of the sunlight. And if you don't do that, you find out that you're going to die. You're going to rot. Nobody's going to look towards your side. So always make sure that you are focused on change. Make sure that you are thinking, oh, how exactly can I adapt? Because change is something that is 100% inevitable. So if you've enjoyed any of these secrets that I've shared today, just go ahead and let me know your favorite one in the comment section. And if there's anything you feel you want me to talk about when it comes to making money, also drop your suggestions in the comment section. If you want me to also if you have a question you want me to answer, just drop it in the comment section as well. I'll be there to answer any of your questions as well. So remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, be good.